Um, it's been a while since the last time we talked though, and we were just talking a little bit before we started recording. Was you're right before I remember it was right before your rookie season. That's when
Yep.
you're still back at home and tuning up a few muscle muscle tightness issues and few
Yeah.
things that
I
were helping your
remember I
kicking.
remember it vividly, yeah.
Yeah. Doing search and destroy on the ARP if anyone knows
Yep.
what that is. But yeah, I mean it's been a long road I think for you coming out of Punahou and your career at UCLA. And I guess my question for you to share with other athletes that are inspiring or aspiring to do more, when was the first time that you really started investing your time and energy in kicking? And what was there ever a moment that you thought, hey, maybe I can, keep taking this to the next level?
Yeah, it started pretty early on for me. I, I played soccer from when I was really young,
Mhm.
from 4 years old, and that was my first love, and that's where all my dreams had me playing. Whether or at the collegiate level, and then at the national level.
Mhm.
That's where when I was little, that's where my dreams were. But it was kind of cool to have a shift in all that and kind of learn from a really good coach I had in high school named Eric Hannum.
Mhm.
He taught me, or I tried out for the varsity team in 10th grade, and he was the kicking coach.
Mhm.
And I remember for the first 2 weeks that he was there with me, I didn't touch a football. I just learned technique and just how much attention to detail kicking had at just the early stages.
Mhm.
Um, and it wasn't until maybe like 11th, middle 11th grade when I went to a kicking camp out in LA, Chris Saylor kicking,
Mhm.
and I performed really well and got ranked pretty high. And that's when I was like, okay, this is probably the path that will lead me to getting an education.
Mhm.
And from that point, it was just about getting into school because schools are expensive, especially
Yeah.
schools like the big ones. So yeah, I got recruited in 12th grade. I got a couple of scholarship offers from UCLA and
Okay.
Cal Berkeley, and I chose UCLA, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I think the rest is
Yeah,
history. Was there
right.
anything through that recruiting process that made the decision more clear to choose one school over the other?
Well, I don't like to admit it, or
Okay.
but my now wife, she committed there first for volleyball, so it was an easy choice
Got
for
it.
me, to be honest. But overall, like UCLA, just from the campus to the coaches, to Westwood, it hit a place in my heart that I just knew
Hmm.
from visiting right away.
Yeah, I mean, you were the what is it, Lou Graza Award winner?
Yeah, Lou
Yep, for your
Groza.
Lou
Hmm.
Groza Award winner in your senior year. What was that experience like going through UCLA? I think you started as a freshman, if I'm not mistaken, and having the
Yep.
starting job for 4 years. What was that experience like for people that are playing Division One?
Um, Shoot. To be honest, I like going into it as coming out of high school, and then you graduate in June, and then I think I had like a week at home, and then I flew up to LA, and from there it was just like, all right, giddy up.
Yeah.
And it was kind of winning the job and having season. I was really lucky to have two seniors,
Mhm.
Jeff Locke and Kevin McDermott, one of them being a punter and one of them being my long snapper.
Mhm.
And they both eventually played in the NFL for 5+ years each.
Mhm.
So just having that, I got really lucky to be able to learn from them and have them my freshman year. And then all the way working up to my senior year, there was a lot of learning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It there was it wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. I missed some kicks, and looking back on it, I definitely wouldn't trade that in for
Mm-hmm.
it would have made things easier, but I learned a lot from them, and I think those struggles early on helped me to where I am now, and especially my senior year when things really came together.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you said that, because talking to pretty much all of the athletes that I talk to, it's really learning from those mistakes. Because yeah, you could have an easy career and everything could go as planned, but then the amount of growth or you reaching your true potential, I think gets hindered if you don't have these times of adversity, learning from these mistakes and figuring out how to get better. I think it kind of sometimes forces you, maybe not in the most ideal way, but it forces you to reflect and look at, okay, what kinds of things do I need to get better? Um,
Yep.
but your career at UCLA, I mean, it was something that even people that may not have known about you coming out of Punahou, I think everyone knew when you were kicking at UCLA that you were doing, the growth was tremendous every season. And
Yep.
I mean, that says a lot to coming out of high school and winning the starting job, and how much work and all of the effort that you had to put into just getting better at your craft, really.